Hello classmates, today I'm going to talk to you about the traditions of America's pastime. For those of you that don't know, America's pastime is baseball. Especially today, pastime involves Major League Baseball. Baseball was organized in America in September of 1845, with the first team being the New York Knickerbockers. Baseball has become very popular in the United States during the Civil War and is so ever popular today. This is why many of our great traditions were established during the Civil War time and still exist today. The first tradition I'm going to talk to you today about is going to the ballpark with your family. Growing up in the United States of America, just bonding between father and son is a great time at any ballpark in America. Especially here in Chicago, you have a great tradition with Wrigley Field in order to do that. I wouldn't recommend tradition at US Cellular because typically there really isn't not a tradition there yet. And 100 years from now, maybe we will see. Tailgating is another tradition that I would like to speak to you about. Tailgating varies throughout the United States of America. In my hometown of Milwaukee, tailgating is taken to the extreme. It can range from anything from playing great games such as the washer game or wheelbarrow game, which they really don't allow but people still play it, or just hanging around with your family and friends and having a beer, which I have here for those of you that don't know. And in Milwaukee, we also like to have brats instead of having hot dogs. This brings me to the in the park traditions. In the park traditions first starts with the national anthem. The national anthem is usually the American national anthem, although with the Toronto Blue Jays, they do also play the Canadian national anthem. And the other tradition I'd like to also talk to you about is the first pitch. The first pitch is when a designated dignitary from the city or state that the game is in gets to actually throw out the first pitch. This is not the first ball that is hit from the pitcher, from the batter, but is the first pitch in a ceremonial thing at that. This comes next into the real traditions. This includes eating some Cracker Jack, which here in Chicago we substitute Cracker Jacks for Garrett's popcorn. You must also have a hot dog. Here at Wrigley, the hot dogs are very well. In Milwaukee, we also substitute the hot dogs for brats. This comes to another tradition, the seventh inning stretch. The seventh inning stretch is just a great time to get up, stretch your feet, take a break of the game. It's almost like a halftime in baseball, but yet there really is no halftime. In the seventh inning stretch, many ballparks, well, traditionally, actually all 30 in the United States still play Take Me Out to the Ball Game, which became famous by Chicago's very own Harry Caray. For those of you in the hospitality industry, I think you should know Harry Caray. In Milwaukee, we also play a song, Roll Out the Barrel. That is due to the brewing tradition and the many breweries that have came and gone out of Milwaukee. This is still a great success because a lot of people really enjoy it, and some of the younger fans brings them into the tradition of America's pastime. Another aspect of America's pastime comes in October when the Great World Series or Fall Classic is played. One of my great traditions in the Fall Classic is actually going with my parents to Hooters because we'd always get hot wings because it was always so cold outside, so that was just a good tradition. The tradition, technically, of the Fall Classic is also usually watching the New York Yankees. Unfortunately, that is not always the case. Back to the food aspect of America's ballparks. Today, in America's ballparks, you can sample such great cuisine as crab legs, sushi, prime rib, and even a little elk in Denver. No matter what, I would hope that anybody in that class gets a chance to take in a ball game this summer, whether it be at Wrigley Field or at US Cellular Field. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed my little informative speech about baseball's traditions. Let's go Cubs, let's go Brewers, and let's see what the Sox can do. Take care, have a great night, and a great summer.